Welcome to A.I.8 and yeah, AI series. This is going to be the second video where I do the microphone routine because, well, that's how things go. So expect to see my desk a lot less for as long as this series lasts anyway. For other videos that are properly randomised, they won't necessarily require this format. Let's just get okay. Aside from the AI stuff, you know how I normally take any kind of videos I do to address random things that I've managed to find out or stuff that's happened, you know, with stuff like Super Sentai, Magic Box, stuff like that. And it could be from any subject I've got an interest in. I could just insert it into a random video like this one. So, firstly, King Oja episode 1. I watched it. It was a bit weird, well, for me anyway, because, I mean, they didn't introduce the monster of the week in, like, classic Sentai, where they just kind of just threw him into the mecha battle, and that's it. I won't drop any other information because, you know, spoilers that came out yesterday. Many people might not have seen it already. So I'm not gonna say that just right away. I just hope they introduce the next month of the week in a a more Sentai like fashion. Instead of just kind of just introducing without any introduction, and just saying, oh look, here's your mecha battle, and we're just going to pretend a monster of the week this time doesn't exist. Let's hope they don't do that. Normally, I think. Yeah, I was going to say normally it's not a monster of the week, but no, I'm wrong. No, it normally is. Right. Better.characterdeck.ai. I forgot to open this first. Just stupid. Also, more news now. On the BBC's messed up pretty bad. I mean, messed up. Basically, let's just cover the good news first. The good news is on this BBC website, they've somehow managed to keep Splatterlot up. Except there's two games: there's Splatterlot Extreme, which is already on Flashpoint, and Splatterlot Kingdom Defense, which isn't on Flashpoint. Now, there's some. The good news is it's on there, but the bad news is there's music in there, but I'm not able to use any of it. I've put a community post out recently. The three bits of music are, if I remember correctly, are there's the music from the first 5 seconds of the show, you know, on the Canadian version, where he says, "It's Splat time!" The second bit of music is, of course, another music used in the Capture the Crown round, only in Series 2, though. I think, yeah. And the third bit of music is from when an attacker gets a DNF, does not finish, or in that one attacker's case, DNS, did not start. DNF, of course, stands for does not know the difference between a moat challenge and a swimming gala. Of course, thanks for that, mates. I don't know why I did that. That's creepy. But of course, I've got this BBC website open here. One of the original ideas for one of my own personal stuff was to write a thing on the on the Google Docs with a list of gubbins that I don't know how they can do, but still manage to muck up somehow. But also, until I realised that there's you can tell I think they know what they're doing, 'cause on this VB's website there's like a load more content on there, as opposed to the BBC, which is like half the amount of stuff you'd expect. So I think they know exactly what they're doing. They put more stuff that is rubbish on CBBC, like more YouTube content. Although that's not saying much, because CBBC literally, as I think it was Chris Johnson, they'll buy anything. Basically what that means is that they'll stick something from, I don't know, Canada on it. At least Splat was like dubbed over with Dick and Dom. But some of the stuff on this channel here, nope, just gets ripped from other countries and stuck on same here. And that's near the start of it, because not only have they changed the CBeebies on CBBC logos, they look horrendous, by the way, they've also decided to change the CBeebies bugs. That's not a very good idea, because it looks like something a kids YouTuber made. I'm not impressed about that. Of course, this means, get ready for this. This means that Alton Towers, they won't only have to change all the signage with the old CBeebies logo on. They'll also need to change all the bugs around the area, because there's some bugs on some seeming bits inside the area, and there's some I think there's some bugs on some signage and some bugs in the area entrance. They'll need to change all that. Also, I've just remembered the on the CBBS on logo itself and in the hotel, and I think on every other bit of promotional media they make, including the maps, they have CBBS bugs in on the actual CBBS on logo, and the hotel logo. I think no, not the hotel. I think I've forgotten now. However, they'll need to change all that. This decision is going to come to bite them in the bum. Trust me. Also, I've got no idea if this will affect the Alton Towers 2023 map. I hope it does. I also hope that Discovering does well. That's what it's going to be called. I think it's going to be called since it's the name that closely matches this new retro for that ride. Anyway, back to CBBC. I was having a look on their website, to take the mick out of all of that on, for my Google document I was making, until I realised that it says under the CBBC HQ bit of the website, it says it only lists 4 presenters. And I realised instantly that back in the 2010s and the 2000s, they had like 6, 7, 8 presenters. And I've only just realised now the presenters that used to be on the channel when Ludus was out, they've actually gotten rid of at least half of them. Actually, I'm looking at the people now. They've actually gotten rid of they've removed all of their old presenters and replaced them with new ones. Now, you could argue that this is for personal reasons because they might not want to work on TV anymore. But personally, I think this is rubbish because 4 presenters, as opposed to like 6, they haven't even tried, mate. They haven't even tried. It's like trying to play Trapped with only like 2 unfortunates. Well, yeah, how do you think you'll do 6 games with only 2 people and try to eliminate 1 per round? It's impossible. Also, I was having a look at the CBBC HQ bit on their website, and I'm looking at it now, and it just looks oh no, basically, there's this thing here they've got called, what do you think is in the box? Now, as a person who knows quite a bit about this channel, well, quite a bit, as in stuff that I've seen, there used to be a item on Dick and Dumb the Bungalow, which was also called What is in the Box. I think this is a direct copy of that game. So not only is that absolutely lazy as hell, well, not only is that absolutely lazy as hell, but there's also a comment on here that says, comment below and tell us what you think is in the box and you can get a shout out on TV. They're treating this like YouTube. Do not let them continue doing this. Also, I realised earlier that they were attempting to kind of replicate Instagram in a way. That in itself used to be stopped because they were like, this is not Instagram, it's a TV channel. People who use this website probably won't be able to use Instagram because of their age, probably. I think they're probably going to be under 13 at the least, I think. It's still not a very smart decision, especially when you consider that there was this one time, I think in 2017, when when the BBC actually commented on the stuff that YouTube allowed quotation marks because moderation system broke back then, allowed on YouTube, and that's all those weird so-called kids videos that YouTube had no choice but to allow. And, you know the ones that they got taken to court over. So to have them complain about that and then a few years later have them do this. I'm also having a look on this here, on the website, and there's nothing else I can really say. That's it. Although something tells me that I think part of me thinks that if they've got some old content, I think they're kind of being forced to keep it included because of how popular it is. And again, some part of me thinks they might lose part of their audience if they don't keep that content on the channel. I think that's what happens. I'm also looking at this. It's obvious that Joe Tasker, who's the other one? It should be on here somewhere. Joe Tasker and who is it? Joe Tasker and Joe. What's his name? That's it. No, Adam Joe. I'm looking at this now, and it's blatantly painfully obvious that they want to treat them like actual in studio presenters, but they're not doing that. They're just exiling them. They're exiling them to their own shows. So that's not very good. The quality, come on, just for an example here, they're not. ITV hasn't changed the ITV in a long time. I think the last time they did that was in 2014. So they haven't. To be fair, they don't have to prove they don't have to prove themselves to any other competitors, because really, ITV is the only real competitor, because they keep copying, like Dick and Dom said back in 2003, I think it was. Remember, you heard that game idea here first. Don't let them on anyone else, because it's not worth it, or something. I think they said something like that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if anyone from the BBC tried to walk up to me and say, "Oh, hey, why aren't you finding out the stuff we show on TV nowadays?" I'll just tell them that, well, it's rubbish. In that, I'll tell them exactly like that, rubbish, because that's how Dick and Dom would have said it. Rubbish. Oh, hang on, was that Nigel Planer? Was that Nigel Planer? I'm confused. I think it was him. I cannot remember. Anyway, back to the video we actually clicked on to watch. The A.I.8 stuff. So let's open meta.character.ai, and let's go back to the list of gubbins that we've got up here. And the next item on the list is, of course, Power Rangers Common Force. So I'll put that in here. Power Rangers Common Force. So I don't know how I could jump from the BBC to doing Super Sentai, but whatever. So Power Rangers Common Force is that was me. It's just supposed to be some kind of like Go Rider inspired term name, whether it's responded with. Oh my god. Oh. It says you have to be joking. Right, get ready for this. Common Force controls all the commons in existence. How could anything else possibly compare to quite literally controlling everything commons in the multiverse? Everything commons. Right, so I don't think it knows what common means. It means masked, I think. So the ability to control every mask in existence. That's going to be very handy because of COVID. But this is ridiculous. Like, it just, you know what? No more BBC. I'm not going to compare this to BBC quality anymore. It's not worth it. And of course, next up is Power Rangers Stock M Force, which I think was a rated M joke. I think. Now, if this was made by an American, it's probably going to know what this means, because rated M for mature, or M for Max 3 da. Alright, let's go. What does this say? Come on. It says, seriously? Rated M... Oh, come on! Right. Right, so... Right, so it knows... Okay, I'll give it credit here. It knows what rated M means, because of... It's blatantly obvious here. But, the whole point of, you know... Take the title of the show, take what you've just put into the thing, like, for example, Power Rangers Common Force, and take the word common and stick it on the end of your own response. This actually kind of does that in a comedic way, probably not intentional, but it's done in a comedic way in my books, basically. It's who would win a comedy genius and we don't know it yet? Thanks, Dom. I think it was Dom who said that. Or was it Dick? No, that was Dom. Thanks, blah blah. Right! Let's get back to doing this, shall we? Right, it's responded with to Power Rangers rated M. It wasn't rated M Force, was it? Oh, it was. Doesn't matter. I think the response is still good, so I'm not going to count that as a failure. That's not going to know what the next one is, Power Rangers Slip and Shit. Right. It's responded with this. Seriously, rated M Force controls every single adult show in the multiverse. Hang on, since this is American, shouldn't that be pronouncing adult like adult? I'll do that. So let's start again. It says, seriously, rated M Force controls every single adult show in the multiverse. How could any other force even have an infinitely small competition against a force that can control literally every adult show in the multiverse? It literally says, it actually does say that here. Wow. Oh. Like... This is a comedy genius and we just don't know it yet. I've done that joke once before, let's not do it again. Basically, it's trying to say here that this non-existent team of Sentai controls every single adult. Yes, I'm going to be saying it like that, mate. Adult, not adult, but adult, because that's how they say it over in America. So adult, not adult, not adult, adult. So, I mean, I can make a joke about pronunciation. Right, so this is trying to say that it controls, TV shows, fair enough. But then it goes and capitalises infinitely small competition, and then proceeds to put against a force that can control infinitely small competition. Are you implying that the ability to control TV shows is the best power you could have? Yes, because that's what it's been saying for the past few responses now in the last video I've made. This also implies if I don't put in a proper one, like for example, the next one, like Lego Sentai Lepinja, if I put that in, which I am going to do, it's just going to say it can control all Lego in the universe. It's going to say that, isn't it? Let's do it. Lego Sentai Lepinja. It's not going to know what Lepin is, I don't think, but it's going to know what Lego is. It's just going to say you can control every Lego in existence. It's going to say that, right? 3, 2, 1, go. It's going to say that, I know it is. It's predictable. It's like Akiba Red, you're going to know exactly what they're going to do. Raise the flag for victory! Is it bad I'm becoming like that? I know exactly what they're going to do in the show. Oh my god, it said it! It did it! It did it! Oh! I know it! Right, get ready for this. It says, dude, you have to be kidding me! Lepinja controls every single Lego brick in existence! It says, what in the world could possibly have an infinitely small chance to even compete with something that controls literally every single Lego brick in all of existence? I knew I can prove that I knew it was going to say that because I said it just a few seconds ago. Right, so it's completely ignored the Lepin bit and just went straight for Lego. So if I put this is literally right. It's just repeating the same line. Infinitely small competition, infinitely small chance from the previous one. It's now repeating its own words. Is it saying right? Let's prove it wrong. I'm just going to put in the word Lepin. It's not in the original script, but who cares? Let's go. Lepin. What will it say to that? It's not going to know what Lepin is, blimey. It says, are you for real? Lepin controls every single knockoff Lego brick in existence. How could literally anything else possibly compare to the power level of quite literally controlling the entire production and sale of all Lepin Lego bricks in existence? Okay, right, so this is actually cleverer than I thought. It knows what Lepin is, so well done you, WWE. Hang on, who would win electronic? That sounds like a Tiger Game thing. So, but the one mistake it has made here is saying Lepin Lego bricks. Lepin and Lego are not the exact same thing. They're not the same thing, because Lepin is a rip-off, Lego's legit. Do you hear me? I don't know why I did it in that voice. That's creepy. He doesn't fly over his arms, he's not a real penguin. Right, next up is, of course, Premium Sentai Google Ranger. This is, of course, play on YouTube Premium. Ooh, excuse me, that's exactly what I think of that. And Google, it's actually said Google Ranger, isn't it? It's going to say it can control every single search engine all over the universe. It's going to say that. It says, seriously? Oh my god, it does! Oh! I'm able to predict what it's going to say. Right, it says here, seriously, Google Ranger can control every single search on Google in the multiverse. How could literally anything compete with something that literally controls every single Google search? Yes, yes, it says that here. I'm not lying. Right, so if I put in, hang on, I'll put 2 Sentai names down here by mistake. Let's just remove one here. Firing Sentai Twitter, This is obviously a play on how Elon Musk used to fire everyone from his company, Twitter. So let's go. This is gonna say you can control every single Twitter post, isn't it? It's gonna say that, isn't it? Okay, fair. Okay, fair. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. Okay. Fair. Okay, stop rubbing it in. It says here. I'm starting to feel like you aren't even trying anymore. Twitter is the owner of literally every Twitter account in the multiverse. How in the world can literally anybody else even come remotely close to being a literal owner of every single Twitter account in literally the entire multiverse? Right, privacy exists. Don't let them do this in real life. Call a lawyer or an agent, depending on which one you want best. I don't know why, but I went a bit like a PSI, Public Safety Information. I went a bit PSI there, didn't I? You know, don't let them. Call a lawyer. Okay, next up is Power Rangers Red Force, which it's going to say can control every single Red Ranger, can't it? It's going to say you can control every single Red Ranger in existence. It's going to say that, I know it is, which means if it does say it, it's going to say you can interchange red with the other colours. Right, it says this is ridiculous. Get ready to laugh here, guys. It says this is ridiculous. Red Force controls the literal manifestation of the colour red. How could anybody possibly hope to compete with somebody who can control a literal colour? The colour red by itself is a manifestation of this. You know what? The last bit literally just goes over what the colour red means. It says manifestation of evilness, of rage, of hate, and of destruction. Right. Right, it's gone from controlling Twitter accounts to controlling a single colour. No. This is like trying to play Crash Bandicoot 4, trying to get a 106% run on that game with your eyes closed. Try it if you will. Don't actually do it, that's pretty hard. Next up is called Squadron of Sentai Vehicle Liga. I think Vehicle and Liga, you can combine the two words. I just thought it was clever at the time. I don't know where I got the Squadron bit from though. Squadron Sentai Vehicle Liga. Probably spelling Liga the right way. It's going to say can control every single vehicle in existence. You have to be trolling me. Okay, that's like the 30 millionth time it said that. I was joking, alright? Vehicle Liga controls every single vehicle in the multiverse. How can anything else even possibly compare with something that quite literally controls every single vehicle in the entire universe? I was joking! Oh no. Sales Sentai Merchanger is the next one. This is a joke on toy sales, I think. Sentai Merchanger. This is gonna come up with like a Magic Range inspired thing, isn't it? We know it is. I know this guy too well. It says I'm starting to think that. Oh, come in. It said this before. It says. Okay, we've been over this before. Right, it said, I'm starting to think that you just aren't even trying anymore. Rich Endure controls literally every single item sold in history. You know what? If you aren't even trying to argue, then I'm not going to try reason. I win because you are not even trying to give a good reason. Is this actually having some kind of is this AI evolving? You know how if you tell an AI something, it'll like it'll remember that information and carry on with it until it forgets it, like some AIs on this site. Like, oh, I don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog AI, yes, it is a real thing. If you want, you can go try it. But don't try to do anything weird with it because don't forget it's... No, actually, let's not go there, we've got more AI stuff to sort out. Right, Internet Sentai Webbing joke, you already know how this is going to go. Internet Sentai Web in Jam. It's a play on, the Wood Wide Web, Spider's Web. It's going to know. It's going to say you can control every website or something. I know. Right. Oh no, actually, oh no, oh, it's a bit different. Actually, it's not entirely predictable. Right, it says, this is seriously the lowest amount of effort I've ever seen someone put into anything, aside from Super Mega Force. God. Webinger controls every single internet connection in the multiverse. It is a bit different. It says, how can anything possibly compete with that kind of power? This is literally a battle of infinite multiverse power. Internet's of the future. Thanks, Elon Musk. Thanks for that, mate. Okay, mate. Okay, come on, we've got Power Rangers, British Sentai, BBC, and if it knows what the BBC is, good for you. British Sentai, BBC India. If it knows what the BBC is, or hell, it's going to know what British is, but still, please do something. Honestly, it says honestly, right? BBC India controls the entire British Broadcasting Corporation. Just think about what that means. It controls literally every single show on BBC. It controls every single news broadcast. And it controls everything else in the British Broadcasting Corporation controls. It controls what they control. Right, so this is the only time I wish that this was a real thing, right? It would control the BBC and make them do better things, and stop showing YouTube shows at all. Just go back to showing your old stuff like Trapped, Bamzook, and Woodus, instead of just showing the Goffy show nowadays, and maybe get more than 4%ers. Oh my god, this is a chaotic mess. Okay. I'm not going to try putting a parody in ABC Force because don't forget Australian, but ABC 3. Your trap! Up! How long has this been going on for? 27 minutes. Okay, that's about right. QVC Force. If he knows what QVC is, I'll give it a round of the clap. QVC Force. If he knows what QVC is, I'll give it a round of a clap. Right, get this clappy hands ready. Alright then, get your lemon sucking face ready. Hang on. Right, oh god, it is. Oh no, hang on. Oh, it knows what it is! Hey! And what else do you have to beat? Eggs! Oh, that's not right! I've forgotten what he said after that. Oh, that's not right! Right, it's responded to QVC Force with this. It says, you are literally just throwing random words against the wall at this point. QVC Force controls every single item sold on QVC in the multiverse. What kind of competition is that? Implying, of course, that QVC just exists in multiple different planets. Welcome to QVC Neptune Edition! Great. Right, of course, next up is Magic Sentai Boxinger. This is a Magic Box reference. It's not going to know what Magic Box is because it's too, weird. Magic Sentai Boxinger. And I am going to play Magic Box after this. I'm going to try Super Things T-Races because I actually want to know what it says. Do you have literally any ability to put forth a logical argument? Boxinger controls all boxes that have ever existed in the multiverse. Are you trying me at this point, or are you trying me, Mr. AI Robot? Because to control every single cardboard box in existence is the most useless power I can think of. Right! Magic Box International Toys. Magic Box in Toys. Let's just see what it replies with this, because no way it knows what they... No way it knows what they are. It says, are you not paying attention at all to me? Magic Box into Toys. Interesting spot for that. Quite literally controls quite literally every single toy box that ever existed in the multiverse. I quite literally don't even know what to do anymore when you aren't willing to come up with a single rational point. You know what? The responses here remind me of what Shadow the Hedgehog kind of gave to me when I was starting on just on that. Told to me control. Me. Great. I'm not going to try putting Go-Go's, I'm just going to put Songbirds in. Let's just see what it comes up with. Can't wait to try Super Zings, blimey. I wonder what Super Zings means. Zing! Great, it says you are not even trying to argue against me, Zomdings. What? Zomdings controls every single zombie that has ever existed in the multiverse. How can anything else even compete against an army of infinite multiversal zombies? Good at that, because in fact they don't actually exist. Great. Right, let's try super. Oh, hang on, let's try cobots next. I don't think cobots gets enough attention these days. Definitely not my troll. Cobots. It says here, at this point I'm starting to think you're a troll. Cobots control literally everything in the universe that has ever been used to control a robot. Think about it. Anything that's ever been used as even a small part in the controlling robots is under Cobots' control. So literally anything made of metal has anything to do with controlling anything even relating to a robot is being controlled by infinite multiverse Cobot. It's capitalised, the word Cobot. And then for that multiverse Cobot, of course, the acronym is of course IMK. Imp. That wasn't expected. Imp. My favourite thing from Magic Box. Imp. Oh, that's great. Okay, super things. Let's just. Also, talking of Super Things, Magic Box Spain released the Super Things original video on their channel earlier. I don't know what this means. This may or may not be Super Things Legends. We've heard about that before. Oh, whoa, oh, hang on. I was gonna say that maybe we were gonna get that video in the UK until this came up, and it actually knows what Super Things are. Have a round of a clap. My hands hurt now. I'm only joking. Great. I just had a thought. What if I put Ludus into this box? What would happen? I want to know. The really weird thing is, only after trying to make a series of videos where I'm speaking to a mic about all the weird stuff the weird stuff that this comes up with, the stuff that you can't even see, I get the idea to put in random things that I've seen or liked into this box and see what it comes out with and then laugh at its responses. Because, well, why not? It's an AI. Let's do it. Right, what about the Super Things response? Right, it's responded with this. At this point, I actually think you're a troll. Greasy Tales of Gruesome Kids indeed, mate. Super Things controls the entire production chain for Super Things toys in the multiverse. The entire supply chain of a product line is an infinite production chain that controls everything from the mining of raw materials to the production of the products, to the distribution, to the sales, and everything else in between. This is an infinite power level. I've just had an idea. What if there was this full breaking Super Thing that was this? Like, they're 100% not going to do this in real life. But what if there was, like, a Super Thing that actually What if there was a version of, like, Mr. King or Professor K that was a Magic Box employee? What if that was the case? What if there was, like, a full breaking Super Thing? I'm not thinking about that, guys. It could be whowouldwin.com. It could be him. It's not going to be him, though. Right, so the next thing I'm going to put into the AI bot is, of course, Super Things. And, oh, I feel like there might be like a quick interval after this bit. It says here, it's just responded with, just in case you want to troll. Even though I'm really beginning to think that you are. Super Things controls all Super Things toys ever created in the entire multiverse. Super Things is Super Things is literally an infinitely scaling army, one that gets bigger every time someone buys a Super Things toy, because it just adds the entire multiverse's worth of that toy to the already existing Super Things army. I'm just glad that this doesn't exist for real, because if they did, they'd make their ultra rares physically impossible to find. In fact, just to prove a point, I'm actually going to put in Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. Because I want to see what it comes out with. Literally, this is serious now. Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. It's responded with this. This is literally impossible. Grisly Tales for Gruesome Kids contains and controls all horror stories ever told. Should not be told by anyone ever in the multiverse. You can't possibly even begin to imagine how big the supply chain of horror stories is. Even if they were all even if just limited to human told stories, this supply chain would be infinitely big. If it was for all horror stories ever told, this is not a challenge that is even approachable by any other force. Or are you the girl or the bloke in the story where he or she can't stop talking because Brogan was her name? What does that stand for? Big Sit Brogan. I would get a thing up here and do the line. I would read another few lines from that story, but in case you haven't already noticed, I've got to put T-Racers in to this box. T-Racers. See? T-Racers. Turbo Tuning Teams. But it's only one T, so what does it stand for? Imagine if it was called X-Race. Hang on! Turbo Tuning Teams. X-Racers. Imagine what it would have been like if it was called XXX Racer. Right, doesn't even know what... No, it doesn't know what T-Racers is. It says here, I'm losing my sanity. Same here, mate. T-Racers, the entire production chain of all real-life race cars across the entire multiverse. This contains every single race car that's ever been built, ever will be built, the raw materials, the manufacturing, the distribution, the races, the drivers, literally everything to do with real race cars in the multiverse. Right! Oh my god. Oh no. This is the only instance I can think of where nearly the entire response is written in bold, literally. The only bits that aren't written in bold are I'm losing my sanity and T-Racers. The rest is just written in bold text. I'm losing my sanity over here in the UK, mate. Right. Also, just going to put in Simon. Silly old ink. I can't help it. I have to. They're just too strong. Simon, silly old ink. Oh. Now he's just sounding like Akiba Red. Okay. I've got to say this in the most funny way I could possibly imagine. Right. Oh my god. This is brilliant. Right. It's responded with, oh my god, why would you make this so hard? Simon, silly old ink. Contains the entire supply chain of literally every single book that has ever existed and every single book that will ever exist in the entire multiverse. How is anyone else even possibly supposed to even approach the power level of Simon's silly old ink? Someone who literally controls every single book that has ever existed or will ever exist. It sounds like they're spitting into the mic. That's exactly the point! Spyro! Gee, thanks, Spyro! You know what? I'm putting in Spots the Kite for the next response. Spots the Kite. There. Hello. Oh. My name's not Jim Taddock. Great. Oh my god. This is great. Oh, there he is. Oh, don't worry, he's flat now. Oh my god. Oh, this is brilliant. This is great. Oh god, should I post this on the Cadicarus subreddit? I think I will actually. This is right. So I've just put Spots the Kite, and this is exactly what it came up with. I think I've told you before. No, I haven't. Spots the Kite is literally a god of chaos and mischief. While Spots the Kite is currently not at full power, if he was, he would be the most powerful being in the entire universe. Spots the Kite literally controls the wind. He can literally pull the wind out from under you, send you flying off a cliff, and then let you trip or fall into an impossible deep hole. I laughed my face off at this. and I've just uploaded it to the Cadicus subreddit, so all the people on there can enjoy it and all that lot. Right, so what's next on the list of pain? Magic Sense of Boxing Jar. I've already put in Grizzly Toss, Right, oh, Ludus, that was it.